Hello and welcome to the Offensive Security Community Office Hour. This is everyone's opportunity to ask our panelists of staff any questions they may have about courses, blog posts, latest announcements, career advice, career opportunities, and much more. So if you're just tuning into this on YouTube, check us every Friday at this time around 1 p.m. Eastern. And you should be able to join us and ask our panelists of staff any questions you may have. Hey everyone just joining us on Twitch. If you've never attended one of these, this is only our second week recording these over on Twitch. However, this is usually the opportunity for anyone from the community to ask our panelists of staff any questions they might have about courses, blog posts, latest announcements, career advice, career opportunities, whatever it may be. If our staff can answer it, they will. So that's basically usually what happens during these kinds of streams. If you'd like to ask your question, we definitely recommend you join us on Discord, and we'll put the link in the chat here on Twitch.
Falcon, you alive?
I'm alive. I was muted on Discord. Yeah, I'm alive.
Yay! I feel like it's just gonna be us. Oh wait, no, Wei Tian's here.
Wait, this is the cool guy that
It's
hangs
the
out
man,
here, right?
the myth,
Yes.
the legend.
Yeah.
Wei Tian.
Not the legend. Just working.
Are you at Blackhat?
I am not this year. Yeah. So I know quite a folks are there, so that's why we're here. You know, the good guys are holding on the fort here. You know, that's what matters here, right?
Yep. I gotta go through the list again, see who's there.
We'll give it a few more minutes since I think OffSec Live is just wrapping up over on Zoom. So we'll give it about 5 more minutes or so, and then we'll kick things off here on Discord.
Are you listening to some like lofi chill hip hop vibes?
It's some lo-fi stuff for the stream, you know. Otherwise, it's just sitting there in silence, which is kind of its thing. But yeah,
It's alright. I'm pumping out like an old school rap playlist right now. Listen to some BC Boys.
there you go. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't play like copyrighted music on Twitch, so.
Yeah. I still love how like Metallica was like the one who was like always putting out those copyright moments, and then when they decided to play on Twitch, they didn't get the copyright stuff, so they played elevator music right on top of them while they were playing live for Twitch. Best moment ever.
All right. Any movies out this week? Anything good?
Looking.
Nothing. I guess the movie stopped because everyone's going to Blackhat. I think that's you know, the movie producer knows that, right?
I haven't seen any good movies or anything come out.
I know, me too.
Like, I thought Thor was gonna be good when I saw it, and then that didn't turn out to be good for me. At least
I still haven't seen it. I'm so far behind on movies, especially like the MCU ones.
Well, how much time are you gonna be on the plane when you go to Vegas?
Like 30
2
seconds,
hours.
30 minutes.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got time to watch one movie, catch up. Someone said that there was a rumor that the Shang-Chi series is not going to happen. Disney apparently scrapped it. I was like, what?
Oh.
It was like the holiday special they were going to be doing.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was bummed out by that. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
Let's see, what other movies are coming out? there's really nothing else coming out that looks good that I'm seeing here. There's a new John Wick that's happening soon.
That's right. I wonder how that is.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So we'll give it another minute or two before we start here.
Oh, and then Warner Brothers canceled Batgirl.
Oh.
So many good movies.
Yeah.
The potential is there, and then they're just like, nope, scrapped. Nope, they're canceled. Nope, season 2's not happening. It's like, all right, fine. I'm gonna go watch that Whammy game show that everyone keeps talking. That's really good.
All right, let's see if we can ping pong between Discord and Twitch for questions this week. This will be interesting.
Do we want to like split this? So like, I'll look at Discord questions. You want to look at Twitch questions, or are you gonna just be the mastermind to do both?
I got both. We'll see if I struggle. So bear with us. Or me, rather. But yeah, we'll try to ping pong back and forth between the two.
Topic for today. I don't think we got really any big topic except for talking about the new structure for the exercises. That's pretty much the big one.
All right, why don't we go ahead and kick things off here? I think OffSec Live should definitely be wrapping up or have finished about now. So, welcome everyone to the OffSec Office Hour. This is your opportunity to ask our panelist of staff any questions you might have about courses, blog posts, latest announcements, career advice, career opportunities, whatever it may be, whatever your question is. If we can answer it, we will. If we've answered a question one too many times on our hour here, or we've answered it one too many times on previous sessions, we'll usually skip over it. There's a good chance that your question may be missed due to the flood of questions or chat in the channel on Discord or over on Twitch. Joining us, we have a couple of panelists from various departments. We'll let them introduce themselves and what they do here at OffSec. And as new panelists join us, we'll let them introduce themselves as well when we have an opportunity to do so. So why don't we go ahead and start off with Wei Tan.
Hello, Wei Tan here. I'm a janitorial engineer. That's really my title, but really I'm here to kind of help the all folks students, wherever I can be, whether it's technical questions, logistic questions, and things like that.
And then we have Obed.
Hi everyone, I'm David, a student mentor. I assist students in Discord.
And then Siddiqui.
Hey guys, Sticky here. Still fighting with my VPN every time I use Discord. If sorry it happens, I'm fighting with like 200 to 300 ping, but yeah, managing. Good to be here.
And then we got TJ.
Community manager, OffSec, breaker of all things, documentator for stuff. That's pretty much it.
And then I am Falcon Spy, the community ambassador and the host for the office hour every week. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and kick things off. This is being recorded over on Twitch and then will be uploaded later to YouTube. We'll get a couple of questions out of the way real quick since I see them on both Discord and Twitch. Siren is not doing her streams anymore, at least for the time being. She's going to be focusing on more web-related courses that she's developing. We're going to try and get someone to potentially replace her time slot for the time being. It might be Siddiqui. It's up to him if he's willing to do it, or someone else. And yeah, so hopefully we got a couple of those questions out of the way from both Twitch and Discord right out of the gate. So we'll start with a question from Discord, and then we'll ping back and forth between Discord and Twitch. Again, if we've missed your question, we apologize due to how quick the chats are moving, or we just missed it, or we're just skipping it due to we've answered the question one too many times. So, okay, let's go ahead and start with Discord. The student had access, while they had access to the labs, they also had access to our streams. As soon as they lose access to the labs, do they also lose access to the streams on that we do over on Zoom? Do we consider adding people? Sorry, I wasn't done. Are we considering providing stream access to people whose lab time expired?
Thanks for the input, but currently that's the way how designs. Once the lab access ends, we probably won't have access to our content, videos, and etc. But we will take your input, but thank you for that.
All right. How does one even access the labs? Is that Proving Grounds or is that something different?
That's a. It depends on what kind of access you're looking for, right? So we do offer PG Play as free. So you basically just go to our offsite platform URL link, and you just kind of connect it, and you get access to it. But if you need if you're interested in any additional courses or fundamentals and things like that, I know that there's a purchase link or something on the top right where you could go ahead and request and get more access to those courses. Once you get those courses, then you'll be able to access to the lab to the associated course.
All right. For someone who has failed their OSCP certification exam and they plan to take the OSCP exam next year, is it possible for them to retake after 1 year without repurchasing course access?
Yes, you do have the ability to do the exam retake without purchasing the lab.
What type of preparation do we recommend prior to taking the Web 300 or OSWE exam? What do you think is the greatest strength of the Web 300 or OSWE certification?
Ooh, I would defer that to either Siddiqui or, David. Do you guys have any knowledge of that? I think Siren probably the best.
I can answer this. So right now we have Web 100 and Web 200, and those are designed to prepare you for Web 300. It could start depending on your background, how much knowledge you have about the topics and all of that. You can start from 100 or just start from 200.
So I know if you're definitely preparing for Web 300, if you're just going to take it straight, when I did it a few years ago, it's definitely a lot of source code review. But I know the course has changed since. But definitely get to know how to write some stuff in .NET and also some web app programming languages as well.
All right. Anything? I think we've sufficiently covered that. Are we able to elaborate on the new bonus point system where it comes to gaining 80% for the labs exercises in order to gain the 10 extra bonus points? And is a lab report going to become useless if they don't test before January of 2023?
So to elaborate a little bit, I think I'll try to rephrase it, but it's pretty explanatory. So basically, the whole objective is you need to complete 80% of each of the topics. So I do believe we have in the Pen 200 we have about 25 topics. First introductory and last one probably doesn't have topic exercises, but your goal is to complete 80% of each of topics. How you be able to know you did it complete 80% is that there should be a status bar on the top left hand side that kind of, forgive me if I don't have the right the location, but there should be an indicator that can give you how far you're completing it. And then as far as for the lab, you just need to do 30 of the lab machines. As far as for the lab reports, yes, the whole design is to, we hear the feedback from our students, and what we want to do is trying to save your time, also save the student mentors' time, so that after end of January, or at the lab reports will probably not valid.
Right, hopefully we've answered the questions about getting those bonus points for the exam now for the topic exercises. If not, we can always elaborate some more on it. But until then, we will take this opportunity to let Dead One introduce themselves and what they do here at OffSec now that they've joined us.
Hey, it's just me, Robert. I do security testing here at OffSec. And if you use Discord in the browser, your user agent is important.
Are you trying to hack Discord?
You can't prove anything.
All right. All right, we'll go back to our questions here. For the office hour, something that this person has noticed lately is that they have a ton of ideas that they would like to execute on, but can barely pull themselves up to do something. Mind blocking, if you will, or lack of motivation. Is this some form of burnout? Are they being lazy? What would we, the panelists, do to get around this to work on ideas that we've come up with?
This is the problem that I have constantly. I'm the same way. I have like a ton of ideas, a ton of projects I want to put together, and then it's like I'll do one of the projects, and then I'll stop and go work on another project when I didn't even finish, or make progress into that project I was working on. The big thing really to help improve or get around this is really just kind of set an expectation on the project you're going to be working on, and then set a timeline or a set of goals of what you want to complete. There's going to be times where you might not complete that goal in time, or you may not know enough about the goal that you're working on, but you can always try to learn something more and being creative about the things you're going through with it, or taking the time to do the research to help build yourself out. So that's my recommendation, is kind of plan things out by time, and also set some time around the project that you're going to be working on before you move to the next one.
Anyone else?
I'll add a little bit. So I actually been just reading a book called Atomic Habit by James Clear, and it's kind of really talk about in terms of motivation, in terms of how do you get it right. So basically, the long desire is like he kind of really talk about in terms of there's a cue, and then you got to have craving, and you have to take action. But a lot of it's kind of really centered around atmosphere and environment. So maybe one thing take away from this is might be changing the environment. So that maybe help you clear your mind, so you don't kind of stick with old habits. Or do something different that maybe kind of give you some inspiration from that standpoint. So, but highly recommend it. I'm not done with the book yet, but I'm just kind of in the middle of it. But I thought it was very interesting. But it's called Atomic Habits by James Clear.
And then for anyone who's not looking over on Twitch, there's a recommendation for Deep Work by Cal Newport. Is another great book for the kind of question that we just had over on Discord. All right. If there's nothing else, we'll go to our next question. All right. During the OSCP exam, we are only allowed to use email to communicate with OffSec Right. We're not allowed to use other communication platforms on our machines like Discord. Is that correct?
Sid, David, would you like to take this one?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question clearly. Please, could you come again?
Yeah, sure. So the question was, what forms of communication do we offer for someone who's in the OSCP exam in order for them to contact us?
Okay,
So
thank you.
our protocol, if you want to reach out to one of the student mentors or obviously someone to test your environment, the proper way to do is if we do have, so you're going to have your proctoring chat where you can interact with the proctors. And then if you want to have your environment tested, then you move to the live chat. That's another, there'll be a link for that where you can get your machines tested. Now, regarding outside communication, so while you're on the table, while your exam is going on, you obviously you can't have any calls or meetings on the table, so they won't allow you your phone and other stuff. However, once you move away from your PC, you obviously you can continue with your life, but while the exam is running, uh and if no one there shouldn't be anyone interacting with your PC itself, and obviously the session is going to be started. So yeah.
So I'll just add this. For every exam, you're going to be dealing with 4 departments or 4 channels of communication. You have the proctoring chat that is always there during your exam, so you can talk to your proctor to advise you on what to do. You have the live chat. If you have VPN problems, you can go there and the likes. And you can also go there to ask about stuff. We have people there 247. And then we have the help department and the challenges department. You go to help@offensivesecurity.com. If you have technical problems with your exam, you can send an email. We'll respond to you. We advise you on what to do, next steps to take. If you have non-technical problems, you need an exam extension, you have a power outage or whatever, please send an email to the challenges@offensivesecurity.com.
Okay. Our next question is about the new changes to getting bonus points. As the new bonus points expects 80% of each exercise, will there be some status to show that you've done 80% and 30 lab machines in order to get the bonus?
Yeah. So on the top left side in navigation, each topic you should be able to get an idea. When you first on the page, you should have an idea, kind of give you like the percentage status overall. And then each exercises, it should give you, if you hover over the exercises, it should give you a percentage in terms of where you at. It's a 9 out of 9, which equates to 100%, for example, for getting comfortable with Kali Linux. So there are dashboards, and on the dashboard, you should be able to see your status in the completion of it. But as far as for lab wise, it's the same thing. It just once you submitted the proof, it's just complete. So just kind of tally that up. That would kind of give you in terms of how many you have done. It's on the roadmap. I can't guarantee time frame, but we are looking at some sort of reporting capability that kind of ease off. So this is an iteration, but that is a future pipeline that we're working on.
All right. What is the reason for not letting students purchase more than one copy or one instance of a Learn One subscription at the same time? And then if a student gets the certificate that is related to their current Learn One subscription after 6 months, is it possible to get another Learn One immediately after, or is it necessary to wait until their current subscription ends?
So I'll take the first one. So if you look at why, it's not so you can't. The way if you look at it, Learn Fundamental, from a pricing points, right? To learn one is going to be costing, I believe, a little bit more, or just close around in terms of the learn unlimited. Learn unlimited. And so then the thought process, if you want to do 2 or more, then it might be worthwhile just to invest learn unlimited, where you get access to all our course materials, everything, right? That's that. As far as for the renewal process, that is something that we'll have to defer that to orders. So because they have a very specific rules and guidelines, so please reach out to them and they could be able to provide you the answer.
All right, and then we had the second half of that question, or the other part of the question that wasn't answered. If someone wants to take a crack at it, otherwise, I think it might be best to hit our orders at email.
Yeah, sorry. What was the second question? I'm sorry, I missed that. Can you?
Yeah, so the first question was, is there a reason that we don't let people purchase more than one Learn One subscription at the same time? And then the second one was, if a student gets their certification during a current Learn One subscription, should they wait for their current one to end before purchasing a new course?
Yeah, that question would be going back to orders as well.
All right. Over on Twitch, what burp extensions do you guys recommend using when performing an assessment or even going through some of the courses?
So one of the burp extensions that's really come in handy, especially with scripting, is copy as Python, and it's a free extension, and it basically has the ability to even add your session key to it. So that's one thing I really use. Like obviously, I'll be using the curl command to copy it, but the Python one really helps out.
I actually use that constantly, like absolutely constantly.
There's a couple of good ones, but I'm blanking on them off the top of my head, and I'd have to look at one
I
of my
like
other
the
machines.
CSP ones. I like those. But yeah, I think I know there's other ones, man. I just off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of them for sure.
If you're over on Discord, Siddiqui posted one of the burp extensions they like to use. I'll copy it over to Twitch for those over there, real quick. All right. We'll take this opportunity to let Vespa introduce themselves and what they do here at OffSec now that they've joined us.
Sometimes the trash cans get filled and somebody has to come in and take care of that. So, I empty the trash cans. I clean the windows. I just janitorial services in general, and also a little bit of content development management for defense and security operations, but mostly janitor work.
Hey, Vespa, I think you and I need to define some roles and responsibilities because that's what I give my title, janitor engineering. So I kind of give that similar roles description when I did the introduction. So I feel like there's some overlapping. So you and I need to maybe take it offline to figure out like who should be doing the cleaning up stuff.
Okay, well,
just
you continue to do it, and
okay.
I'll continue to have this job title.
Okay. All right. Okay. We can make that work.
All right, we'll go back to our questions. Now that we're done talking about being janitors, what do you recommend someone to do if they're struggling with part of a course or one of the content material topics?
Simple, straight. If you're struggling, reach out to student mentors on Discord. Ask questions, right? They won't give you answers, but to try to give you hints and guidelines, tools and tips to kind of help you out. Again, I'll defer back to Siddiqui and David in terms of if they have any recommendation from that standpoint.
I might throw a few other things in there. Don't be
Perfect.
afraid. Don't be afraid to Google a little bit. Don't be afraid to, poke around, engage with the community, talk to other learners who, if hopefully you're part of a cohort or know of a few other folks who are going through the course. If you're on Discord, obviously you know where to find those people. It also may be depending on the course and whether or not this is an option for you. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact details, but if you can step away, uh, there's a concept in learning called cognitive load, and if the sort of the non-technical explanation for this is you're trying to learn too much too fast, and your brain just like cannot push through. Take a break, walk away from it, and walk away from it from a day or two even, and then come back later.
Plus, regarding the community aspect, that's actually Discord plays a really nice role over there, because especially I know especially if you're struggling with an exercise or a subject, it can even feel like you're all alone, like can get lonely, and especially with the peers around you. They don't understand the course, they don't really know what's going on. But in this case, Discord and especially the channels is really good. So if you even don't know anyone who's maybe registered with you, you can literally hop on to the channels and you'll find 24/7 other students also doing the same exercise like in real time with you. So engage with the community especially, and you won't I can bet that not only will you be guided nicely, you'll also find other people bounce off ideas. Maybe you'll even help someone. And especially when you're helping someone and explaining a certain concept, other things also become much clearer for yourself. So most definitely hop onto Discord, try to see what others are doing, reach out to the community, the student mentor team, and it's going to make them experience much more nicer.
All right, for the XP301 course, are there any limits for the DLL libraries to finding gadgets from DLL libraries during exam time? Or can an individual use as many DLL libraries to make ROP chains?
I don't know if there's anyone here who can answer that.
I'm no exploit dev.
Yeah, I don't know. Sheldon, I would say hit up one of the XP301 course channels that, or even just post in the XP301 general channel on Discord, and someone hopefully should be able to answer there. Otherwise, we could try to find someone. But if anything really exam related, probably best to reach out to the challenges@offensivesecurity.com email. All right, and I think we're pretty much caught up on all of our questions. So between Twitch and Discord, so we could talk about movies in the meantime while we fill the void, or whatever.
Anyone been playing any new video games?
Are you? What is the best movie? Are you guys at Blackhat? Who's at Blackhat here? Or did you start off the call with that? I got here late.
We did not, but I don't know if anyone on right now is currently at Black Hat, but I know some of us will be at Black Hat fairly soon.
So I know Harb's at Black Hat, Owen's at Black Hat, Sickness is at Black Hat, Morton's at Black Hat, Owen's at Black Hat, and there's a bunch of other people from sales and marketing that are at Black Hat right now. And Falcon and I are here till Tuesday.
Elwood's at Black Hat, right?
Yeah.
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 All right, we had a question, so I'll interrupt our chat here. Is there any good way to add a SOX proxy within PowerShell Empire like one would do with Metasploit?
That's a good question. Hold on a second. I actually had to do something like this. I'm pretty sure, if I recall a long time ago, I don't know if it's still there, but there is an invoke SOX proxy PowerShell module that's built into PowerShell Empire that you could use. I don't know who just had that question, but
It was over on Twitch, so if you want to.
oh, it's on Twitch. Okay, I didn't know if they had an answer or not for it, but yeah, there should be an invoke SOX proxy module that you can use, and it uses SOX 4 and SOX 5 protocols to be able to run it. And then you tie it to whatever agent you have loaded and from PowerShell, so that it actually initiates the SOX proxy.
All right, so hopefully we got that question answered for you, Oreo Bite, over on Twitch. If not, let us know. So again, as I was saying earlier, we'll we'll ping back and forth between Discord and Twitch questions when possible. So over on Discord, compared to when you guys first entered the industry versus today, do you feel that the world has become more or less secure?
I say it's slowly getting better.
Oh, by leaps and bounds more.
Yeah.
Leaps and bounds. We used to go to like blackhat defcon, and people would say things like, "My testing ground is anything that's .ca." Like there was
God.
massive mayhem going on the internet.
I think it's
Yeah.
actually
Now,
kind of like less
nowadays,
secure.
like the landscape is like even changing too, since like most of the people are starting to move from like their on-prem environments into the cloud, which is adding new stuff too. Sorry, Falcon.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just saying, I feel like it's less secure now just because you have all these interesting things coming out, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying. Maybe I'm just seeing the worst side of things rather than trying to see the best side of things.
I mean, you
It
look at
just
most of the
happens
Oracle
with
environment.
every iteration, right? So at first, like the first big boom was like everybody needs a website. So when everybody made a website, it was features, and there were problems, right? The next thing you know, there was like, oh, virtualization, and then that exploded, and it was like, let's overdo that, and everybody raced to be the first there, or the quickest, or fast, and then there was tons of problems, right? Security took a back seat. Now it's cloud, and the same pattern exists. It's like get there quick, and it doesn't matter. And oh yeah, there's real problems, but and then the next big thing, we'll see the exact same scenario.
All right, is Pwncat -CS reverse shell listener and management tool allowed for the OSCP exam? Probably best anything for tool related questions for any of the exams. Please reach out to the challenges@offensivesecurity.com email. Just because none of us here are probably the best ones to answer that, and they would know more. All right, this one's probably for TJ. As someone who's looking to build a microserver and This is like an incomplete question or thought. Black Sox over on Twitch, if you don't mind just kind of expanding upon what you're looking for out of this, we would appreciate it. And yeah, I think we're caught up on our questions again. So anyway, back to what you were asking before. TJ and I will be at blackhat. We'll also be at defcon. We'll have some challenges where people can get some prizes from us.
You're handling the really big stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like throwing any prizes out. I got stickers. And the limited edition of stickers I made are not going to be in on time, which is very unfortunate.
Well, yeah, for Black Hat, I have the big items, but I'm talking about just like, you know, the stuff that we have, like the challenge coins, the stickers, whatever else that we have.
Are we using the scanner for people?
I think so, yeah. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. We're gonna wing it. We got this.
We'll do it live. You write it, I'll read it.
Wait a minute, Devin, why aren't you going to Black Hat?
Yeah, because I don't have to this year.
What?
Yep.
I thought I was gonna see you.
I know. I am very, very excited that I didn't have to go. Very excited.
You'll notice the excitement level changes as you get older. There's pretty much everyone over 40 is like, I don't have to go, do I? It's all good. All good, young guns. Enjoy it.
Dang it. I was looking forward to seeing Robert. I was looking forward to seeing Bosco. Bosco's not gonna be
Yeah,
there.
no, I haven't seen Bosco in a long time.
So here's a question about Black Hat, and we can extrapolate it to even DEFCON. Have any of you talked at previous Black Hats or DEFCONs, and what did you present?
I've never spoken at DEF CON or Black Hat.
Neither have I. I've spoken at besides Portland, and that's about it.
I did an ISC one year.
I like how live captioning tried to spell out ISC. That's nice. All right. Between cloud and mobile app security, which one do you guys think will have more scope and opportunities in the long run?
Cloud. That's a straight answer for me.
Between cloud and what?
Cloud and mobile.
I think because cloud supports mobile, I have to agree.
So anyway, what kind of courses do we want to talk about here in particular while we wait? Cloud 100 just came out. That should be kind of right on topic there with between cloud and mobile. It should be a good one to take.
I finished it.
Okay, how was it? Since I haven't even looked at it yet.
I actually enjoyed it. It's the container aspect part I've thought was very interesting because I've really never dived into Kubernetes stuff. And holy crap, there's a lot of stuff that I would never realize that could be contained inside of a Kubernetes container that you could still get access to for certain things. And I did some research like outside the course, and there's a tool that someone uses that can manage like all different Kubernetes clusters. It's like free and open source. I have to find it, but it's like a super cool dashboard that they have built, just so that you don't have to like log into each Kubernetes like one by one by one. It's like basically like vSphere for managing your virtual machines and your ESXi servers, but for containers with Kubernetes and clusters.
Okay, so what's been the most rewarding experience for any of the panelists for working here at OffSec?
I can start with this one. So one of the biggest rewards that you do get that most of the student mentors and I think most of the staff do get the Learn Unlimited subscription, and then we can on company time we can be studying for more courses and getting paid for it, and then we also get to test out what new content is coming out. We're the first ones to get our hands on it, so that's always a great thing to see. And like you're into security and you've been trying to get your foot into the higher level courses, like I would suggest that is the most rewarding thing about being employed here, that not only do you get to spend most of your time jumping into the courses, you also get paid for it. So yeah.
At least one of you better say working with me is the best thing.
No,
I
it's
don't want
definitely
to.
this Friday Discord is like the best thing.
It's not bad.
Hey Vespa, it is National Beer Day.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
It's not even 11 a.m. yet. Right. Well, I don't want to, but since it's National Beer Day.
Those are basically my conversations I have with you. It's either beer, scooters, or getting really critiqued by your content and editing skills. And it's made me a better writer.
I mean, I'm just. Oh, sorry. Was my mic still on? Um, I'll say the best thing about working here is having. I'm gonna think about how to say this, but like having been here this long, like I'm given a little bit of freedom in terms of like what I get to work on and what I get to do. Um, it probably like that goofy Cali for Kids project was like my favorite thing that I got to do here, and the fact that like management were okay with like letting us do a fun little.
And Vespa's
You
mic
go.
just died.
Oh, I died.
You had a slight cutout there.
I spilled beer on the keyboard.
Gotta talk
Already?
somewhere.
Hey, it's been beer day for a couple hours. Yeah, I like working with you dudes too.
Hey, TJ, I haven't looked at the news, but what are the big talks this year?
Uh,
Anybody in the chat? What are the big anticipated talks this year?
there is supposed to be a Cisco Meraki RCE that's supposed to be talked about at blackhat that I heard. There's some radio stuff with Boston Dynamics. The one that I'm very interested about, just for fun, is someone hacking John Deere agricultural farm equipment. Because I don't know if anybody's been
It was
following
only a
this
matter of
discussion
time
about it.
for that. Yeah, there's only a matter of time for that.
Yeah.
You can bully farmers, but eventually, if you keep that stuff from technical people, they will get involved.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad that's happening. I actually am. Now that you said it, I am very interested in that.
So to give people some context about the whole situation that's happening with John Deere and like other main commercial like agricultural farm manufacturers for like building out some of their vehicles or equipment. Um, so farmers, whenever something dies or something needs to get repaired, the companies will not provide any of the technical software to actually troubleshoot their vehicles. and it can be really expensive to the point of them bringing their vehicles in, try to get fixed or tuned. So John Deere has like some strict policies of what you can and can't do to actually troubleshoot the equipment that they use. And it got to a point where they weren't even going to release any of the software. So now there's third-party people that are sorry, there's third-party companies that are actually building out custom tools to actually tweak, tune, or troubleshoot the vehicles that they use, so that it could be a cheaper way for them to actually fix and buy the equipment or the parts that they need to repair them on site instead of going to an actual place to get them done. So this has been like a long time. I think like it's been like maybe 3-4 years this has been happening. Been a battle back and forth. And now we're starting to actually get into more people starting to tinker and like break into or like hack, specific John Deere equipment or other different commercial farming grade equipment, and then just releasing out their findings of what they see.
So I wanted to address, there's a question about what new courses can we expect within this year and next year. And obviously there's tons of speculation about those things. But one of the things that we always say in response to this is like watch our careers page. That is a great indicator of what's what's going to come in the future. And if you were watching it a couple months ago, you may have seen a couple of interesting things. One of the things, though, that in general you're going to see in the months ahead and into next year is um, not necessarily releasing like giant monolithic courses with like whatever 12 to 16 topics and an exam, um, but lots more standalone topics that are kind of in the library to reward your curiosity. If you're interested, you're, let's say, taking PWK, but you're also have like a side interest in I don't know, unpacking malware or something like that. Um, so there will be a lot of topics um, coming in into the portal that are not necessarily part of a course. Kind of like what we're doing at the 100 level.
And then someone was asking if we can post where we have that John Deere talk about. So, TJ, if you want to send that to me, I can post it in the Twitch channel.
Yeah, let me see if I can grab it. I don't recall if Black Hat releases their talks publicly.
I thought the last couple of years they've just been putting them on YouTube, or they've just ended up on YouTube. I don't know the difference. There used to be the service that we would before I was with OffSec that we used to get as a security team each year. We'd go out there, and I think it was like for $400 you can get every presentation sent to you on like a USB drive. I don't know if that service still exists, but it was pretty worth it for guys that couldn't make it. And then the firm would buy it, and then we'd have it on a centralized file share.
All right, so we have about 5 minutes left or so in our office hour here. I think we're, for the most part, caught up on all of our questions here, but we'll take this opportunity to kind of just reiterate some questions from a little bit earlier. Siren is no longer doing her streams on Fridays, at least for the time being. We're trying to find someone who will replace her time slot. She may decide to start it up again in the near future, but for now, she's no longer doing box walkthroughs on Fridays. Also, our community office hour next week will also be canceled due to TJ and I being at Blackhat and DefCon, as well as much of our other staff. So next week we won't be having this, but we'll be available again the following week after that. By now, I'm sure most of you already know that OffSec Live is over on Zoom. If not, we're on Zoom. It's the same thing as before when we were doing it on Twitch, but now it's over on Zoom. Recordings are still only available for Pen 200 students in the portal. And then if you're not on Discord, definitely join us over there. We're also having a discussion about the latest topic exercises and bonus points blog post there.
Notice how much more calm this call is when Elwood's not here.
I think this is typical, week before Black Hat low.
I will tell you, as someone who doesn't go, it's sort of like being when I was a graduate student and I would be working at the university while all the undergrads went home for Christmas break. Like just gets real quiet. You can actually get real work done. It's pretty awesome.
So there's one question in Discord. How does someone become a community companion here on Discord? I'll let TJ answer that.
Me?
Yep, throwing you under the bus.
So really being a community companion is one of the main things.
First you go out for drinks. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's National Beer Day.
Bribes at offensivesecurity.com.
That's one place. That's the main place. But in all seriousness, if you want to be a community companion, usually that will be directed by the moderators and the student mentors, depending on how active you are, how engaging you are in the community, but also really helping out others, go through things along their journey, whether it's going through an offset course, if it's, helping someone troubleshoot something or give them advice about tooling to use. Those are little things that we will see and we can be able to direct and propose, if we see you to be a community companion. This role is really kind of limited. It's only given out to certain students that we see that have really gone far as our expectations, but also really giving time out of their day to help one another and engage with each other. That's the big thing that's the main reason why the community companion role is something that has been a big thing for the OffSec community, and hopefully we want to continue to expand that moving forward. So if you're interested, if you want to really get involved and become a community companion, you got to put some effort into it. It's not a role that's given; it's earned.
Over on Twitch, how does someone get sorry, trying to brain fart here. Can you please help me with the roadmap for offensive security expert, and then how does someone use that to begin bug bounty?
Why don't you just go do a bug bounty?
Are they asking about the like 0 to that cert, or is it like what series of courses should I go through?
Let's just
I
go
don't.
from 0 to OCP certified to then do bug bounty or yeah, 0. Yeah, they're saying 0 to advanced. I know advanced isn't too helpful in terms of a certain course, so let's just pick Pen 200 for now.
So, there may be a lot of different opinions on this. I would say start with the. I'm just going to go really basic. So start with the prerequisites on the 200 level course that you're interested in. So let's say OSCP. I don't know the prerequisites off the top of my head. I don't have them memorized. But make sure you're good to go there. We do have those items should be covered at the 100 level. So you could come in and do those things with us, but it may be useful to get some hands-on work. And then take and then take the PWK 200, do some work in the labs, and then take that exam. Where would you go from there? I'll kind of hand off to someone else.
I guess from like the 0 to hero aspect of it, I mean, the 0 side, look into the different free and available resources. Make sure you at least have an idea of how certain things work in terms of like networking. At least just a decent high level overview. It doesn't have to be super low in terms of like knowing how to bind to specific ports through programming languages and stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like a weird thing, but just have an idea of how networking works. Like you don't have to know like the spanning tree protocol and all these different protocols that are specific to just networking. For that, it's mainly just knowing like different ports. What are the typical ports that you'll see services running on? Things like that. But yeah, look for free resources, especially if you don't know Linux or Windows all that well. For Linux, there's Over the Wire, or you can even just now take our Pen 100 course or any of the 100 courses that we offer. And yeah, just work through trying to learn what you can. There will be some failures along the way, but as long as you can use those opportunities where you fail to learn and know where your areas are weak that need improvement on, that'll definitely help you on your journey to the hero aspect. Anyone else want to chime in? Otherwise, I think we're just about out of time.
Just be patient. Like you you got time, you know? I think if you can, make some short-term goals for yourself and try to hit those. Especially if you're starting at the beginning. So you got a journey ahead of you. Just take your time.
All right. I think that about does it. So, for any of the questions that we missed or didn't answer and you'd like to get them answered, feel free to reach out to us over on Discord. I'll post a link over in Twitch for those who want to join us and haven't already done so. For those on Discord, if we haven't answered your question, we can either answer it on our next office hour, which is in 2 weeks due to us having next week off for blackhat and defcon, or feel free to kind of just put your message in the server, and if our staff see it, we'll answer it when possible. But thank you everyone who's joined us over on Discord and Twitch, whether you were listening, just following along with live captioning, or asking your questions. We appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you.
See y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.